Anthony Hartwig here with the Canfield Volleyball Coach's Corner with Krista Nesbitt. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Tournament time is here. It's your first go-around tournament time with this group as the varsity head coach. What has been kind of the feel and how have things kind of changed around the locker room and the gym and practices when tournament time kind of hits?
I mean, all season we're working really hard to make sure we have a good record, make sure we're playing our best volleyball right before tournament. Now that it's tournament time, I'm really kind of emphasizing to the girls, like we all enter tournament with a record of 0-0. It doesn't matter who was seated where. If we want to win it all, we've got to go out and compete every night, regardless of where we're at kind of in the tournament draw. So I think there's a little bit more kind of pressure as we know this is it. Like tomorrow's not guaranteed. We have to go out there and win if we want to keep playing. And so I think there's kind of been an intensity that our girls have been bringing to practice because they know like we're playing for each other and we want to go far.
As much as you kind of have the message that it's 0-0, you also, I'm sure, want to take away some of the things that you did so well in the regular season and not let them forget that those things happen and
Yeah.
wash away those things.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things do you think these girls did so well in the regular season that you hope they continue in tournament time?
Yeah, absolutely. Our team has, I think, a few different strengths. One, I think our serving all around is a big strength for us. I feel like any of my girls on the court, I feel confident that they can hit a good spot or kind of put us in an advantage on the serve. Another big advantage of our team is our defense. We don't let many balls hit the ground. We're a really scrappy team. There's even times where I'm watching and I'm like, wow, I can't believe we got that back over the net. And lastly, and I think this is kind of our biggest strength, is we're really a team. We don't rely on just one girl to make all the plays for us. It requires all six on the court to kind of step up and do their role. And all year we've been saying, keep doing your role. Like, trust your teammates and just do your job. And I think that's what makes us really hard to kind of game plan against, is that at any given time, any one of my girls is ready to make a play.
All right, so those are your strengths. What are some of the things that you think they need to improve on, and you hope that you can use this kind of time to get better at before the tournament starts?
Yeah, we've really been working on our side and cleaning up anything that we can do to limit our errors and stay aggressive even out of system. We spent a lot of time working on hitting different shots instead of just swinging away. We're not the tallest team in America. Most often teams we play are a little bit taller than us. So we're really working on, being able to roll to the middle and then tip over the block and tip deep and then swing away. And then, oh, look, my dog is getting into this camera.
We love dog cameos, yes. Such a good boy.
And another thing I think we've been focusing on too is kind of picking apart on the other side, where are their weaknesses? What can we take advantage? Should we take a hitter out of the system? Do we want to take their setter away? Is there someone we want to serve to? Is there someone we don't want to hit at? And that's been something we've really kind of been focusing on, and at practice more designating a person to be that given role.
There it is again. We love
I know.
it.
He's a big
He wants to put his input. Like, hey, I got some good volleyball knowledge too. Um, so many seniors on this team. Have you felt kind of an intensity going into tournament time from them, especially not wanting this game to be their last career volleyball game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked yesterday before we played Ravenna, and I'm like, this is it. Like, it's do or die now, really. Like, you lose, we're done. And so, some of my seniors really stepped up and said, like, let's just do it for each other too. Like, let's play for each other. No one wants this to end. This is our last little run. Let's go out with a good run.
How have you managed kind of trying to bottle that intensity, but not let it turn into tightness almost? Like if I make this mistake, my volleyball career is over, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing our team really has to kind of balance. And, these girls want to win so bad. Every one of my girls is competitive. Every girl, I know that they are on the court, they want to win. So they almost sometimes feel that pressure of, well, if I don't do this right now, like, we're not going to win. And so we've been trying to work on some situational things at practice, like the score is 20-22 and you're down. Don't panic if you make a mistake, but let's work together and figure out a way to win this. And so I think that's kind of a big challenge for us, is just we play so much better when our girls are playing with confidence and they're having fun. And so for me, I keep challenging them to remember to have fun through all this. Like, even though there's pressure and we want to win, if you're playing, you're having fun, then automatically we start playing with more confidence. We start having more energy. And I think overall, it just helps us.
All right, you're not Division One anymore. You've moved down to Division Two. I know that's something that especially the girls' side of the athletics program has been just wanting so bad for the last several years. But you still have that Division One schedule. How has that prepared you for tournament time? Do you think?
I really appreciate our schedule because we really don't have any games that are just an easy win. So we knew kind of all 21 games that we played this year, we were going to have to show up and we were going to have to compete. And I think in the beginning of the season, we had some games that we wish we could play them again because we were like, well, I feel like we're a better team now. But I think because we played that competition all season, we're playing our best volleyball right now as we're entering into tournament and just played our first game. And so I'm excited that we have that experience. We have games that have been to 3. We have games that went to 4. We have games that went to 5. I think we're really ready for whatever any team's going to bring at us.
All right, so you got the win over Ravenna under your belt. You have Perry next. Give the Canfield fans a little scouting report on Perry. What obstacles they face and what challenges they're going to present to you guys.
So we actually had the luxury of watching them last night because they played Streetsboro after us. So all my girls stayed and we were able to watch them play Streetsboro. Perry's definitely a good team. There's no doubt about it. On our side, we're going to really try to capitalize on our serving and take advantage of going on some runs. They have a really good, I say both their outsides are, kind of their go-to hitters. They set them the most, especially number 17 for them. So today we worked on practice, knowing where she is at all times and trying to take away some of her shots with a block. Besides that, they're a scrappy team. They keep a lot in play. They do a lot of really good things. I think it was good for our girls to see it because they were able to watch and pick up points that they thought we need to take away on their side and things that they think we can do to kind of score some easy points.
All right, when we talked to you back at the beginning of the season, it was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, first year as a head coach for varsity. Now you've gone through the whole regular season. You've probably taken everything that a head coach is going to take. What has met your expectations about being a coach at this level, and what kind of things did you not expect that happened about being a varsity head coach?
I think one thing that kind of threw me off is you don't realize how many meetings and how much paperwork and how many emails kind of are behind the scenes. So that's been a big thing for me is just kind of like make sure I'm at all those OHSAA meetings and make sure I'm kind of staying up to date on everything. I've enjoyed this year a lot, though. The girls make it great. They're the reason I enjoy doing it. It's been fun. It's been competitive. And I know I don't want it to end. And I think the girls are in the same position as me. And we're hoping to keep riding this out as long as we can.
If I took you back to your playing days, do you think you would see yourself as a varsity head coach back then?
When I was in high school, I loved those little kid camps and I was like, that was my favorite thing to do. And the girls would be like, oh, we got to work this camp. And I loved it. And so I think a part of me, always knew that I wouldn't want to leave the sport. If I could go back, I'd probably be a little bit harder on myself when I was playing as a coach now. So I think playing's definitely helped me, become a better coach.
All right, what are some of the standards that you've set already in this program? And we talk about the future of it as you go into year 2, year 3, year 4. Obviously, the first year is just kind of setting the philosophy, setting the standards. What kind of standards do you think you've set already just for this is what Canfield volleyball is going to be while I'm the head coach?
I think the biggest things for me is one, I need girls that are going to be competitive and they're going to have a good attitude. And that for me goes a really long ways. I can't have girls that accept the ball hitting the ground in front of them or just accept, oh, we played well, but it wasn't good enough. I need girls that are always striving to keep getting better and better and better. And I think that kind of comes with the attitude piece as well. I need you to be a really good teammate, whether you're on the court or whether you're on the bench, whether you play 6 rotations, whether you go into serve, whether you play 3 rotations, whatever it may be. I need girls that are going to build each other up because it can be hard and seasons get long and it goes up and down and you win some, you lose some. So I need girls out there that I feel like I can trust to always give 100% and always continue to make others around them kind of feel better and challenge those around them to also bring their best.
Okay, do you want to talk about some of your roster before we let you go and highlight some players because we didn't know what kind of season they were going to have when we talked to you
Mhm.
the first time. It was just expectation. So, I'll start with Riley Kincaid because she met the milestone. She got her 1,000th career assist earlier in the season. What have you seen from her? Just I know you've coached her for a little bit. What have you seen from her and definitely her work ethic to get to that milestone?
Riley is one of my hardest working girls, and I'm so excited and proud that she got her 1,000th assist. She deserves it 100%. She's one of those girls that will work until we're all leaving the gym. I mean, we'll leave practices and she'll be like, Coach, I wasn't really sitting well at practice. Can we stay a few more minutes and do some more? I just want to work on my back set. And that just shows you the drive and the determination she has to keep getting better. You know, she'll watch film and she'll even say to me if she doesn't dig a ball or if she doesn't set it, like, what did I do? Because she wants to fix it right away. And that's showing me she's super coachable and she's always trying to get better. She's been a huge asset for us this year. Especially she's our starting server. She's leading in aces for our team. So not only has she been giving us assists, she's been giving us great defense and great serving.
All right, we'll move on to, in my opinion, the biggest asset that no one talks about, which is Parker Wilkins in the
Mhm.
defense. Almost never lets the ball drop. Just so much fun watching her play defense. What have you seen from her this year, especially?
Parker is one of those girls that just leads by example always. And when I talk about I need girls that are competitive and girls that give 100%, that's Parker to the T. I mean, we could be losing 24 nothing and Parker will be diving into the bleachers to save a ball. That's just the kind of player she is. And I told myself when the season started, I have to constantly remind myself to tell Parker how good she's doing because when the ball comes over the net, I just automatically assume it's going to be a perfect pass from Parker. And that's just the confidence I have with her back there. She does a great job reading her hitters. Her serve receive is great. She's done a great job stepping in when our setters take the first ball. She's just one of those girls that has such a competitive and an intensity that you just want her on the court at all times. And she is the heart and soul kind of our team and our defense.
Do you get kind of a wry smile whenever a team walks in and thinks they can serve Parker? Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't
Yeah.
do your homework.
And like sometimes we'll play teams with great hitters and they'll get
Right.
a kill and she'll look at me and she'll be like, I got the next one. And I'm like, I know you do. Like I don't think twice about that because I know she's that kind of girl that will be like, okay, you're not gonna get another kill on me. I'm gonna dig you.
All right, so we talked about your setter. Well, one of your setters, you had two of them, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But a perfect pass and a perfect set usually equals a set to the middle. So let's talk about your middles, especially your senior Abby Muckleroy. I think there was so much put on her shoulders this year because you lost Abby Householder, who's going to be the main offensive star, and a lot of people were kind of just looking right at Abby, saying, "All
Mm-hmm.
right, it's your time to shine." How has she handled kind of that pressure? I guess I would say, and how has she handled just being a senior leader this year?
Abby's really stepped up into the role, and I've loved watching her grow over the last few years and really owning her confidence now. And when she's in the game, she dominates that net. I mean, she's running stuff now. She's running C's, she's running A's, she's running stuff out of system. And I've seen her go from only being able to hit one spot on the court to now being able to hit any shot off of any set. And so it's been really fun to kind of watch her and just be an offensive like beast out there. And then my other middle is Addie, and Addie's also a senior. And I saw it like halfway through the season this year, I feel like she just turned a corner. And when she is on and she just brings such an intensity about her, there's no one that can stop her at that net. And so it's a really nice balance because the two of them have different kind of strengths. And Abby's really good at, swinging away. And Addie's been really good at hitting those deep corners or hitting a short little tip and kind of keeping that defense on their toes. So it's really nice to have both of them to go in and kind of switch up. Makes it a little bit harder for the defense.
All right, so we talked about one setter. I want to talk about the other one too. Another senior. So many seniors on this team.
Oh,
Just go down
I
the
know.
list. Carly Slavin. What kind of things make her a little bit different than Riley, and how does your offense kind of change it up when she's sitting as well?
So we asked Carly to kind of wear a lot of hats on our team. Carly will swing in the front row for us. She'll set for me. I ask her to serve, spot serve all over the place. I ask her to dig. So she's kind of one of those girls that can really do it all. I have full confidence if I needed her to be my setter, if I needed her to be my outside, if I needed her to play back row. She's just that kind of player. And I think she makes us so much better when she's on the court because she just brings a consistency about her and she's always able to hit different shots. Her and Riley are both very good setters, but the girls kind of are used to, hitting off of a certain one. Her and Addie played club together for 2 or 3 years, so they're used to kind of running things. So I think there are advantages to who they're comfortable with, and I try to work them to get 2 rotations off that setter.
Outsides, got to give outside some love in the pins. Maddie Cleveley, 150 plus kills in her senior season. What kind of things does she excel at? Not just outside, you see her play. Everyone on your team plays defense. I'm convinced that everyone, even if you asked your middles to go back there in the back row, they'd be able to dig too. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, so Maddie's been also one of those just consistent players that you just want on the court at all times. Her defense just speaks for itself. Nothing hits in the back row on the left side when she's back there. She's digging balls that I feel like no one should ever get touches on. In the front row, Maddie is not the tallest girl. She's only like 5 foot short. I'm not really sure, but not very tall, especially compared to a lot of these big schools that we've been playing. And Maddie has really learned to kind of adjust her swing to use the block, to hit over the block, to hit to deep corners, to tip. And that's really made her such an offensive threat that teams don't know where she's going to hit the ball because she has so many different shots in her back pocket.
I feel like if we talked about all your seniors, we'd be here for another half an hour.
I know.
Start to generalize a little bit the rest of your roster and some of the things that have really stuck out for you as things that you guys have really excelled at this year, player from player.
I think I've had a lot of girls step up into different roles, and I really think what makes our team so special is that everyone who's on the court is contributing. I don't have anyone that I put on there that I'm like, oh, don't set the ball to them or don't hit it to them. I trust with full confidence every one of my girls. And when they trust each other, it's a real special thing. I have Alana Lawson, who's a senior, who's a big defensive threat for us. She's always digging balls. She's great at serve receive. Bella Bucciarelli is my other outside hitter. Again, she's been just so consistent for me all year. She brings a little bit more power on the outside. I've had Caitlin Batcha as my right side, who somehow will get crazy balls that are out of system. She'll put them right down. I have other girls, just role players on the bench for me, Bella Bruno, Meredith Ross, Alexis LaFour. So I have girls that I feel like we're pretty deep that I could throw in anyone at any time and fully trust them.
All right, Coach, before we let you go, we've talked about what Perry brings to the table tomorrow. Give us a couple of keys to victory for you guys if you want to get into a district semifinal tomorrow against Perry.
I think we have to take advantage when their hitter is in the back row and use that to kind of build and earn some points on our side. I really think we need to capitalize on our own serving and not just serve right to them, but work on hitting some of those seams or those deep corners. And I think we need to continue to play our speed and our pace. And that includes kind of playing with a little bit of energy. One thing we noticed when we watched Perry was Streetsboro was able to go on a little bit of run when they had some energy. And for us, if we can keep that energy and keep that momentum and kind of keep like a intensity, but also enough relax that we're having fun, I think we're going to be in good shape.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the first tournament win and all the success you've had in the regular season. Wish you the best of luck against Perry and the rest of the way. We'll be rooting for you, that's for sure. And we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thanks, and thanks for having me. We appreciate everything you do.